Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 33rd Annual Music City Classic, brought to you by the Greater Nashville Darting Association. I'm Sean Green of USA Darts Productions, joined by a special guest commentator, PJ Stuart.
How's it going?
PJ, how are you doing, brother?
I'm doing pretty well. How about you?
I'm good, man. Tell me about your weekend. You were #1 on the Junior Tour Order of Merit coming into this weekend. Caden's kind of steamrolled a couple events this weekend and taking that top spot. I know that doesn't bother you as much because you already have solidified your spots in qualification, but how do you feel like you played this weekend?
I had a bunch of up and downs. I didn't play in the Junior Tour this weekend.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I didn't even look at there.
Yeah, I didn't play the Junior Tour. I felt like playing more of the adult events this weekend. See how I was doing. Because I took like a 3-week break. Now I'm slowly starting to get it back, and man, my darts are feeling great. Just picked up a new set of darts, and they're feeling great so far.
Now, to everyone who doesn't know, where are you from?
I'm from North Carolina.
Really? You have a very East Coast.
Well, I lived in New York for 10 years, and now I live in North Carolina.
Well, so who's in your area that you have around you in North Carolina?
The list is insane. So we have Robbie Phillips, we have Alex Spellman, Stevie Phillips, Brian Blake, Dan Naylor, and the list is endless. Pat Gibson. The list it's a really long list, and it's a really strong list.
Well, and how has that affected your game, do you think?
Oh, it's jumped my game up ridiculous. I mean, I think if I wasn't in that area, I wouldn't be where I am today, because they push me to my limits and make me better every day.
Well, there you go. So I know you had a obvious root and interest in the ESPN Invitational Shootout.
Yes.
Of course, your friend Alex getting it done. How was that experience just watching along?
Oh, it was awesome. As soon as Alex got invited, he told me, he's like, dude, I just got invited to ESPN for a soft tip. I was joking with him. I was like, what are you doing playing soft tip? You're a steel tip player. I'm like, what?
I think the format that they chose really, really helped.
Yes, I said that. I mean, I said the people that don't understand darts, they enjoy watching people throw at the bullseye. But to show people skill, 100%, the way they did it with split bowl, that was 100% the way to go.
Oh, absolutely. In this match, we have a couple of your teammates, correct?
Yes, Colm Nielsen and Sean Mitchell.
Yeah, Dirty Jersey Darts.
Dirty Jersey Darts and D'Angelo Sports.
There you go. It's good to see that. I've seen so many Dirty Jersey Darts. Dave is fantastic.
He's amazing, dude.
I'm actually surprised I have not seen him this weekend. Usually, if players are there, he's there.
Yeah.
So I know he has some sort of prior commitment why he couldn't make it here.
He was mad at me because I turned him down for youth adult.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
that's why he didn't come.
Yeah, that's his excuse. So he says that because I turned him down for youth adult, which is okay. We'll get him sometime, Dave.
Well, there is Sean Mitchell, who just shot right there.
I actually played Sean Mitchell in the first round of men's doubles today.
How'd that go?
They beat us the first leg. I was playing with Joey Lana,
Mm-hmm.
and he was playing with Avery Mazzetti.
Okay.
And they took the first leg, and me and Joey, we started catching a little bit of fire, and we won the next two.
There you go. All right, so a nickname's been thrown around for Joey this weekend by specifically me and only me.
The Juggernaut.
The Juggernaut. How do you like it? Give me your honest opinion.
I think it's pretty good, but I do like his original nickname better.
What is it?
Silent but deadly.
Silent but deadly. I like that.
Yep. Because when he's playing, no reaction. And the first time he actually showed a reaction, it's screenshotted. It's really funny.
Well, nowadays he gets a lot of slack when he's on live streams. His faces that he makes per dart will change from time to time. So he's the man of many faces too. But I mean, we're sitting here. This is your first time in this spot.
Yes.
Not playing.
Yeah, I'm done for the weekend.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, you're 16, right?
Yep.
16 years old. You look 40.
Thanks, I guess.
So that might shock a lot of people to know that, but no, you've come on the scene nicely. CDC tour card holder.
Yes.
Gaining a lot of valuable experience and winning some matches.
Yeah.
What's your highest average for a typical format?
80. So let's see. I played best of 13 It was at 89.9.
Jeez. Best of 13, guys, is a race to 8. No. 7. Best of 15 would be race to 8. So 7 legs at least. It might have only been 7 legs.
No, it was me versus Seth Stefano.
Okay, that would have gone
a
lot longer.
It was the last leg decider.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a very long match.
Those matches are fun to do because it almost feels like you can't miss, and then when your opponent doesn't miss too, it actually creates a pretty fun atmosphere.
It was a fantastic match. I had an 89.9 and Seth had a 91.1.
There you go.
Yeah,
Jeez.
It was an awesome match.
Well, we got 2 players here scrapping a little bit early on. 2-7 and 2-8. Colm does get the first leg.
This is Sean's first year back, and within like 4 or 5 years, he took a break.
Okay.
So he's just starting to get back on the scene. He's playing pretty well. And when he was playing me and Joey in doubles, he was hitting. It was a lot of 7 marks.
Oh, I mean, you see another one right there.
Yeah.
As soon as you
6.
Last one was on the wire of the 7.
Yep.
But no, so far today, Joey's averaging a 3.9 in cricket today. You guys are still in, right?
For doubles, no, doubles is over.
Or I meant singles. Sorry.
I got knocked out by Larry Butler. He was playing phenomenal. He threw a 4.9 in the first leg. Then in the second leg, I hit a 7 mark, blanked, and then he took it out. So it was a good match. Wish I would have played a little bit better, but it's all right.
Hey, experience is always experience, and when you're playing against a legend, like Larry Butler is, you got to take your licks when they're given to you.
Yep.
I'm sure you get that often with Alex. Alex has kind of raised his game to a whole new level in the past year.
Yeah. It's because he practices with me
there
throwing
you go.
my nice 60 averages. He bumped up to 100 to make sure that he absolutely destroys me.
I love it. Guys, for those who just joined us, PJ Stuart is in the commentary booth with me. We're looking at Sean Mitchell methodically moving about the dartboard, a 4.0 average.
Yeah, Sean's really, really good shot.
I mean, there you go.
I haven't known Sean for long, maybe like 2 years, 3 years now, but he's an awesome guy.
Yeah, the great thing about me being in the position I'm in is that I get to meet a whole bunch of people. The bad part is that is that I'm stuck in my corner, and it's hard to meet a lot of different people as well.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot, we've been in the same tournament multiple times, and I think the first time I've actually talked to you and sat down with you is right now.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, we're all there for a job first, but I always enjoy meeting new people and talking to people. So you're in school.
Yes.
Gonna be a junior?
Senior.
Senior.
Yep.
Senior. You're a little young for that level.
Yep.
Do you like that or do you hate it?
It's cool with me. I have no issue. I want to be done with school.
So do you have plans for after school's over besides being a professional dart player, of course?
I want to be a pilot. So I picked out of college. I'm going to submit my papers later on in the year. I picked out Embry-Riddle in Daytona Beach.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that almost sounds better than being a professional dart player. Being a pilot?
Yeah, I would love to be a pilot.
Have you flown before? Have you been involved in any of that?
Yeah, so we have aviation classes at my high school.
What?
Yeah, so
that's so cool.
Yeah, so we took there's aviation classes, then there's drone classes. So I took them both. And for the drone class, you could get your FAA drone license. So I got my FAA drone license. So now in the eyes of the FAA, I'm a pilot already.
There you go. You guys, I'm telling you, learn something new every time you talk to someone. PJ Stewart, the man of many talents. If the darts doesn't work out for him, but it kind of looks like darts might work out for you, bud. Sorry to tell you that. Pilot, you might do that later on in life.
I always made the joke I could fly myself to the dart tournament.
There you go. Oh. All right. Sean's fallen way behind since I've made the statement that I made.
Yeah, he was throwing a 4.0.
Now down to a 3-3. Commentator's curse is true to form as always.
4 or 2? 4. Still trailing by 43 points.
Yeah, that's the one thing I'm going to rely on you on more than anything is the math. I surprise myself when I actually get it right. So Just know that if you ever listen to me and I get a math right, you just pat me on the back, because
I have.
that rarely happens. Like, oh, Sean finally got one right. That's impressive.
Yeah. Still trailing, just by a little bit. If Combe wants to put a lot of pressure, he needs to close these 17s.
Yeah,
It doesn't look like he's gonna do it.
Yeah, he's moving back over the 16s there. After that first start, do you do the same thing? Is that a move that you'd make, or would you just stay there?
I would go back to the 16s, especially with Sean having 2 of them already, and he only needs 1. There's 2 717s, and closes the 16s. That's 102 points, and now Combe needs to get a new number.
Yeah, he effectively slammed the door on Colm's comeback attempt. Colm can still open it back up.
Of course, yeah. I mean, that's a nice 5 mark.
But Sean, in control of this leg, needs it to stay in the match and in the tournament.
Oh, it's a rough dart. Gets a little bit more of a point lead. He's up by 64 right now.
As a dart player, what's a more frustrating dart for you? The missed single to leave a double, missed the big number to leave a double, or is it throwing the first 2 in the single and needing a third just to close it out and basically coast, and you miss the third?
Oh, 100%. The singles and missed the third one, 100%. I was playing, me and Stephen Phillips were playing doubles in New York at the tournament Mast, and I needed 2 15s to go on into the finals, and 3 darts, and I missed them. That's a game shot right there for Sean Mitchell. Now it's 1-1, all tied up.
Yeah, we're going to go to a last leg decider here. Shooting the bowl, all 3 legs. I love that format. If it's going to be a race to 2, it's nice to not put it on just the starting diddle for who's going to have the advantage through all 3 legs. Well, at least through 2 of the 3 legs.
I'm a fan of alternating start.
Are you?
Yes.
Even in a race to 2, though?
Well, not in best of 3, but I do enjoy alternating start.
Oh, if it's steel tip and it's not alternating start, if it's more than 4 legs, there's something's wrong there.
Yeah.
Steady start, nice 3 mark. It's always the worst thing for a bad dart player like myself, because I have to think about this of starting, winning the cork and everything, and then just wasting it with a 1 mark to start off on the 20s.
Yeah, that's.
Have you done that before?
Oh, all the time I do it. Do I get very mad? Yeah, but just fix it up later up in the match.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about cricket. It's a long format. There's many different strategies to go into it. It becomes even more kind of insane in soft tip, because you're really 1 miss on a triple can cost you a leg.
Yep, it's happened to me. So I won the singles cricket in South Carolina as an amateur, and the singles 01 and the doubles, both of them. And as soon as I went into the pros, I missed 1 dart. I was done.
Yep.
It's incredible.
I one time won a level 5 state championship for singles 301.
Very nice.
Open in, open out. Yep. So that's my claim to glory. So don't play me in darts. You'll never listen to me do commentary ever again, because you'll be like, I'm not listening to him. Colm closes out the 18s and tries to go back and point.
Colm throws a very thin and long dart.
Yeah, I was actually going to make a comment on that. It does look. Not too many people, for the most part, darts shape and stuff like that stays very similar.
Yep.
But there are a few that are real outliers. Those are very long straight barrels and thin.
Yes.
He even has long points on them too. On top of that.
Yep.
Why would someone do that?
Comfort. I think that's what every dart is. I don't think darts change differently because of what you had. I never personally thought that, but I feel like it's always your comfort. The comfort level is just so much different, because the way Colm grips his darts, he just grips it with his thumb and his pointer. Me, on the other hand, I use my entire hand.
Really?
Just besides my pinky. Yeah.
Is this just you started throwing like that, and it's now the comfort of you?
I watched Michael Van Gerwen. That's where I really base my throw off of. Watched a lot of Michael Van Gerwen, and that's where I kind of base my throw off of.
Well, that's a good person to base your throw off of.
Yep.
If you're going to do it, might as well pick one of the best. I always say a dart throw is like a fingerprint. Each person's going to have a slightly different throw, slightly different grip than anyone else. it does make it kind of difficult starting out to pick the right dart for
Yep.
you in your throw. You've had some great success overseas as well,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, running through a few of those tournaments.
Yep. I've finished 15 on the Order of Merit for the JDC Advanced Tour. Unfortunately, I missed the weekend. If I wouldn't have missed that weekend, I probably would have finished top 5, which would have been awesome. But there was something wrong with the plane, but I'd rather be safe than sorry.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. There's nothing you can do about that.
Yeah.
It's been honestly impressive. Age of 16 for you to go over there and do that. How does it feel to be one of the top steel tip players in the world for your age?
It's awesome.
Is that weird to hear someone say?
Yeah, it is, because I never thought, like, when I picked up a dart, I never thought I'd be, like, for the WDF Order of Merit, I'm number 3 in the world. And I never thought I would be up that high. I was like, okay, let's see where we can go from here.
Well, someone you have never lost to is about to win this one. Colm Nielsen,
Sure.
1 away from the match,
Ooh.
and he'll most likely be back. He'll definitely be back.
Yeah,
Sean doesn't have winning darts.
He's 6-ball, and that's not happening today.
No, those first 2 darts look like mine. That's not a good sign. There's the last one's in there. But
One ball.
he's going to hit 1 out of 3 majority of the time.
We would hope so.
Maybe.
He's shaking. He's nervous.
He doesn't, but he points twice. If you're going to
Sean's
miss him
getting
the
a good
point.
laugh at that.
Sean can still get the point lead, but he needs to be perfect to do so.
Yep. 6-ball to go up by 8 points, and once again, it's not happening.
Yeah, he's ready for this match to be over. You can
Yeah.
just tell his focus is gone. He's resigned to his fate here.
He's thinking about a cold beer after this match.
There you go. And
Double ball
Colm
and
gets
drills
it done. They already just did that the first time. It would have been
Yeah.
over with 2 rounds ago.
Yep.
I'm sure that's exactly what he's saying to him.
So 3-2 plays a 2.9. It's not a terrible match. It's close.
No, listen, I know you've been there where you've had a terrible performance as far as average goes, and you win the match, and you're like, who cares?
Yep.
I get to move forward. Now I'll show what I can do next time.
Mhm.
Have you been able to watch any of the finals that we've shown of the Evolution Tour?
I have not watched any of the Evolution Tour finals.
Because, the competition that you have that you're going up against that's, friends and colleagues, it's jumping
Yeah.
up in standard.
Yep.
Joey Linall, of course, leading the way there. But we've had 3 different champions this weekend.
Yep. Seth, Joey, and Gavin.
Did any of the 3 surprise you for winning
No.
the event this weekend?
None at all.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I think all 3 of those guys, if you looked at it, it's a very reasonable 3.
Yeah.
Although Joey's won 5
Yes.
of the 9.
Yep.
It's almost shocking that he only won 1 during the weekend. He's been that dominant. You can see out there a lot of great darters in the room, a lot of great darters playing. It looks like it's Dave Fadum warming up or playing Danny Lobby Jr. over there.
That could be a very, very good match.
Oh, yeah. Dave, for the tournament so far in his 1 match, is averaging a 4.54, which for steel tip is just insanity.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Let's play that interview with Ray real quick, because Ray's coming up.
All right. Well, it looks like we're going to have a match coming our way, so we're going to play a little interview with Ray, tournament director here, who's on our stage to play. He might regret that decision, might love it. I always regret it.
Home
But
field
stay
advantage.
with us. We'll be right back after we hear from Ray with this match. Don't go
Here
anywhere.
with the president of the
We lied, but it was a really good interview. No, he's going to try and bring it back. So stay with us here. Either way, we're gonna have a match too. So, yeah, welcome to the life of Will frantically behind the scenes.
Very entertaining.
It's
Right here with the president of the Greater Nashville Darting Association, Ray Sessler. Ray, what do you think of the turnout this year?
Man, I think it's going well. I think we, fighting back that loss from last year, or the setbacks we had from last year, I think it's doing a lot better.
Well, the venue is immaculate. Let's be honest. The hotel really impressed. The hall, we actually have this hall in here, and then we actually have a spare hall as well with 15 to 17
That's
boards,
right.
I believe.
That's right.
Yeah, nice little facility we have here for the CDC as well as this Music City Classic, huh?
Exactly, man. We tried to give as many boards as we could, to keep things moving on time, and keep everybody smiling. So that's what we're after, is those smiles.
Well, that's exactly what you guys are doing. Your tournament staff has been amazing. They've been keeping the ball rolling. Your events have been in pretty much right in line with the next one, which is always good to see.
It is. We changed formats around a little bit. We tried to open it up. We tried to add more money, which everybody likes more money.
Yep.
So we added more money. We've really paid attention to the details and trying to get it out there. We had 2 big setbacks last year. Everybody knows that. We had the heat. Number one, the heat. This year, I made sure that we needed to bring hoodies and blankets. So we found the new facility kicked up. They're overdoing it a little bit. I mean, it's a little cool, but look, we don't dare say a word. We want to keep it as cool as possible. And the second thing was wireless and getting our keeping the Darkinet going and keeping it flowing. So we're doing that. We're trying to install those things that we knew would help punch this Music City up, and it's doing well. So I appreciate everybody being back. Like I said, I promised you that we would do better, and everybody showed up for me. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, well, it's been great. You can always put layers on. You can't really take them off.
That's right.
So that's the
That's
aspect
right.
of the AC. I don't mind it at all. And I know some of those players don't mind it at all, rather than the heat box. But you guys have really blown this out of the water so far, and I look forward to coming back for years to come.
I hope so.
Thanks for having us. We definitely
Yeah.
appreciate it. The speeds, you're right. The internet been immaculate. No issues at all for us. So we
Awesome.
definitely thank you for having us one more time, and we look forward to hopefully many more in the near future. What do you say?
Sounds good to me, man. I just, if I could, I appreciate the hotel, the Sonesta, for doing everything they've done, all the sponsors that we've got, the Pickle Pigs, the, oh shucks, there's 1,000 of them. I'm gonna lose my mind trying to remember them all. I don't get to interview much, so sorry, Will. But
That's quite all right.
But I appreciate y'all, man, and we can't do this without the dart players. I think that's the biggest takeaway. We cannot do this without the dart players. And, I can put on any kind of show I want to, a circus with flaming hoops, but unless I've got the people to show up to put in the seats and come play this event, which we got. And I appreciate everybody, so thank you.
Well, kudos on a great 33rd Music City Classic, sir. We look forward to many more.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
all right, guys. Welcome back to the 33rd annual Music City Classic, brought to you by the Greater Nashville Darting Association. And guys, special treat for you here. Mike Dowell, who's throwing currently with a great jersey on. This is crest, family crest, because he is Scottish American. So you see that on there. He has a couple sponsorship logos on there. I wonder if I wonder if I'm in the dark in the closet on who this person is, you know? More so. I definitely don't think that he isn't sponsored by them. I don't know. So I'm not going to make any judgments on that. I wear patches, and guess what? I just work for those companies. I'm not actually sponsored by them.
Maybe he owns those companies. Who knows?
That'd be sweet. I mean, definitely talk to him if that's the case. So that's L-Style and Loxley. This, of course, the great Ray Sessler. You have heard his voice throughout the tournament hall this weekend. Our tournament director. Nice of him to let him get away and play in this event.
Yeah, it's awesome. I like seeing the people that are running the tournaments actually play.
Yeah, it's as someone who has experienced one of those sides of things, or a lot of those sides of things, it is very chaotic unless you have a great team that you trust for you to get away and do that.
Yes.
Especially if you're a control freak like Will Stewart.
That's his family crest.
Cool.
Jersey. Scottish.
That's great because I already said that, so I thought you actually knew that for a fact. I'm talking to Will right now that you guys can't hear, so that's my bad. The winner of this gets the great honor of playing against Nick Georgeson in the next round.
It's a tough opponent. Never actually played Nick.
BJD.
Mike Dowell is rolling so far through this.
Winner told me it would take like 3 months to get him here. So I was like, I know somebody will cut him. They're like, okay, we cut him, tell him. Then
Five mark.
You like him, we'll mass produce him. So we have
There's Ray.
cut him, but
That's the Ray we're looking at. Not going to get skunked. That's for sure.
made everything.
Mike went for the close there on the last start after not being able to hit. Opens the door a little bit for Ray.
That's what it basically is.
He can go single, 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 but he went for the 20s first. Now only going to close 2 numbers instead of 3. Only closed 1, actually, instead of 3. Yeah, you're good. PJ, I got to ask you here. On that round, he was up points, had a slash on the 20s and an X 19s, 18s, 17s. Do you close the 20 first there? Or do you close those 3 one-mark closes?
Oh, 20 is 100%.
Explain that to me, as
No,
someone who is much worse at darts than you.
There's a point where you're going to think that your opponent's only going to throw out 1 number for points, and they're going to go for the highest one. At least that's in my mind. Unless they're blocked, obviously, then they move. But I would always go for the 20s. Most people, like when you're playing 501, you're throwing at the 20, so that could be their comfort zone. So you always want to get rid of a spot where you know they might be comfortable.
I can't argue that perspective at all. And I also have to keep in mind, right, you are going up there expecting to hit that triple 20 on the first dart, which it's just 1 dart to you.
Yep.
So for you, each of those is 1 dart, no matter if it's a slash or an X. For me, who's a bad dart player, I know I have easy 1-mark closes, so I'm going to go that route and get rid of 3. But you're seeing it. Mike's making it work out.
Is that in the bowl? No. Triple 15. It's not. It's good. Ray needs the bowls to take point lead, 4 of them. He does not have a game shot here, though.
There, would you have gone the 3 at the 3 closes?
It depends on who I'm playing.
Fair enough.
It's just.
Mike's averaging a
Never know.
2.6. So average-wise, to hit that 3 bowls and 3 darts it's a little bit below that.
Yes.
That being said, anyone can hit 3 bowls with 2 darts.
Yep. Double, single.
But it's one of those chances that you might risk. That being said, at the same time, Ray just falling out of the bowls can close numbers doing that.
Yes.
We saw that happen in the last round. Close bowls first.
Yes. If Mike doesn't step up and point, or if he doesn't close the bowls or point, Ray will step up with a game shot. There's 1 bowl. That's
Drops it
points
down
on
to
the
the
board.
point.
It's 2 bowls. It's ideal unless you're gonna hit all 3.
Yeah, exactly.
It's bonus.
If you're going to miss into a point,
Yep.
unfortunately, and that point added an extra bullseye to it.
Yep.
So now,
Ray, double, single, single.
yeah, now there's a single.
There's a single bowl.
Yeah, actually, that first
15.
miss actually still gave him winning darts.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Mike Dowell 1 away from leg number 1.
There it is.
He made that look easy. Like most of the guys that have played this weekend have done on that stage. Again, they will diddle after every leg. It is a race to 2. This is the men's doubles or men's singles cricket. That'd be weird if they're playing doubles and they just did this.
They're playing with Ghost.
Yeah, exactly. It's a World of Cup format.
Yes.
So they're on stage first, and then their partner comes up. I'm just confusing everyone in the chat who's actually curious about the format. It's just singles cricket.
I would actually enjoy a tournament like that. A doubles tournament where you go in. So that would be awesome.
The poll for that would be wonderful. I don't know how they would do it for the time and be able to keep the time similar. That'd be the one thing that I'd worry about as like a possible.
It's the only event for the weekend.
Hey, there you go.
Perfect.
And then we just bring in an audience, put it on a big stage, and just televise it on ESPN, and there you go.
That's it. We got the North American
We've
Cup.
done it.
That's it.
We've revamped everything on our own.
Yep.
And if anyone steals that idea, just know that you're going to get sued by PJ and I. PJ Stuart joining me in the commentary booth. For those of you who are not familiar with that voice, 16-year-old phenom living in North Carolina.
Yes.
FFA certified drone pilot. That's pretty cool. I think I got my boating license before I graduated high school, and I thought that was cool.
I have my boating license.
Oh, beat me there too. Great.
I needed it so I could go jet skiing.
How good are you at golf? Do I have one thing over you?
I cannot swing a golf.
Oh, good. All right.
Too much baseball.
Man, this thing's like made out of real stuff too. This is about as like legit as it gets.
Yep. Took 6 months to get it.
Man.
Passport.
No, this is my my drone license.
Yeah, he's a FFA licensed drone pilot.
Yeah. So the whole thing about the license is I'm allowed to make money flying drones.
You need one to fly one.
No.
Regularly or federally?
You just need it to make money.
So now we can't hire you to do our drone footage.
Yeah.
Because you won't actually make money off it.
You need you need to get with RIM Technologies.
RIM Technology.
They do drone wherever you're at. They can hire you as a drone pilot. So I'll give you some information on it.
There's a place near my house. They deliver chicken wings with drones.
Hey!
You guys just gonna have a conversation on your own where they can only hear one of the people?
It's perfect.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm yelling. That's for that reason.
That's not for that reason. You had no idea
Would
what
you
was
like
going
me
on.
to deliver chicken wings to you?
No, actually, yes. That's you just asked me about food. I said no right away. That was silly. Ray Sessler is coming alive here in this one.
3.6.
Yeah, 3.6 is
Dropped down a
class.
little bit.
Yeah.
Well, Mike's up that 1-0, and the more I look at this jersey, the more I like it, buddy.
Oh, dude! As soon as I saw it, I was all for it.
Yep.
And I usually don't wear anything that is what's that called? Checkerboard pattern? Flannel.
Yeah. You don't like to dress like a lumberjack? It's
Usually,
awesome.
Usually I don't. I would for this weekend because it's probably warmer. Clothes.
Every time I see that, I always think of a lumberjack, but
Oh yeah.
in all reality, it's just Scottish, really.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we have myths like Paul Bunyan who ruined that for us. They could put him in anything. They put him in flannel. So now, as Americans, we think of that as flannel.
Yeah.
All right, Ray. Close the 15s. It really limits what Mike can do on points. And I have no idea if that's in or not. It looks like it probably is since he went at the bull.
Yep.
That would have been a bold move, Cotton, if he just went at the bull after dart 2 missing.
Yep. I mean, he does have his 3 numbers. He would have left Mike the 15s, but that's okay. He still has 3 numbers, and it looks like this is going to go to a last leg decider.
Well, we never count our hitches before they hatch. And Mike's put a little pressure on what could be a coast to the last leg decider.
I got shot boards for $20 if you want one.
All right, see what Mike can do. Needs 2 bowls to get the point lead.
That's the point lead.
Might just stay there and point. Never
Closes
mind.
the 19.
Do something smarter than what I just said. Would you have closed the 19s there, or would you gone?
I would have closed the 19s because now if Ray takes a 50-point lead, you could still have a game match out.
That's why you're here, buddy. The brilliance of PJ Stuart. He might have a different profession in darts if he keeps this up. Although it's much better to be a commentator if you suck at darts because you just don't even care to enter any tournaments.
Yeah.
I would have been miserable if I would have had to play this weekend.
Triple 18. Oh, and he goes down to the 17 instead.
Yeah,
I would have switched back to the bowl.
Yeah, especially in that situation there. You thought he was going to go 18s. Is that because of the slash and had 2 darts remaining? So you know you're at least closing one of those?
I normally just go in number order when it comes down to the last leg, unless obviously it's 1 slash. Well, then I'm gonna go to the one that I only need 1 slash for.
Right.
And fix that.
Mike is hammering those bowls and keeping this one interesting, putting pressure on Ray.
Still down by 7. Ray needs 3 bowls. Take this leg.
And he's gonna try and run with some points.
He needs 2 to make a difference.
That's exactly right. We almost jinxed right there. Doesn't get it done. So the door has been shoved wide open for Mike to steal this one. Now it's way open.
Yes. Double bowl. He's drilling that double bowl.
Yeah. For me, it's always the toughest in a cricket leg when you're way up to get those 3 bowls done. Especially when your opponent goes up there and goes double bowl, single bowl, single bowl, and you're like, oh, God.
Yep.
Now there's pressure on me to do this. That was an interesting switch from Ray. He went from 17s that he's been staying on consistently, even though 18s is a higher point per dart, and switched to the 18s for some reason. Falls out in the 17 there. That would have been a really nice fallout if he would have closed it.
Yes.
But Mike is sitting pretty if Ray does not hit 3 bowls here or point a whole bunch.
I'm always the person. I feel like you always throw one at the match. If you hit single, keep going back at it. If you miss, then point.
I'm the same way. In this position, with how heavy Mike is hitting these bowls, like that hat trick from Mike Dowell, Ray's like, man, dude, can you just let me win the leg easily? What are you doing? Why are you putting all this pressure on me? And now there is a lot of pressure on Ray.
It's an entertaining match.
It is. Listen, averages mean something for entertainment, but obvious entertainment comes from just close, scrappy legs and matches. I don't care if they're throwing a 1-8 combined. It's just going to take longer for them to get to that scrappy part of the match, but this is the edge of your seat stuff that I like commentating on.
Yes. Like the match between Danny Lauby and Alex Spellman last night. Unbelievable match.
Oh, absolutely. And that was the best of both worlds because they were throwing ridiculous numbers on top of it.
Yes.
Ray decides to go at the man, and that would actually added a bull if he would have stayed on the 18 for one more.
Yep.
Do you agree with that move there?
I would say at the 18s. It was a tie game though. So yeah, I would 100%.
Wow, 2 double bowls. He gets an extra 100 points, and Ray is just shaking his head. Mike has been clinical in just applying pressure.
Yes. That's all you need.
You apply pressure, hopefully your opponent folds.
Pressure is one of the hardest things that you could control in darts.
Yep. And Mike has done it, and you saw he just give him a little high five there, like, great job.
Yeah. Single 18 and a single 17. Single 1, going down to the 17s for the match.
There it is. Mike Dowell comes from behind to win that leg. Ray got to be on the stream, though, and not just his voice, and that's always important. And Ray, let me be the first to say that every time I make that decision, too, I also lose. So right there with you, buddy. I know it's always a fun thing to do in the moment, and then you get up there and you're like, why am I doing this?
First off, I just wanted to say, flannel boys, come on.
Right?
You didn't do that, right? You didn't really say flannel.
Well, I mean, it for Americans, we associate that to flannel. That's why I said that.
Oh, Mike's gonna kill us by the time this is over. That's a tartan, fellas. That's
Absolutely.
A tartan, fellas.
Listen, I know that I was
Sign up for
wrong in what I
some
was
months.
saying. That's why I made it perfectly clear it was the Americanized version of the word.
Oh man. Well, how about that, PJ? Nice to have you back here, man. That was killing it on the. Just give up your skills in the dart game.
Yeah.
Join us in the commentary booth, and you'll be just fine. What do you say?
Man, it is nice to have an expert in here for once.
Yeah, let me
Expert?
tell you, he's an expert.
I'm
He's
the
an
rookie
expert.
here.
I mean, on darts. You know.
Alrighty, folks. Looks like we got our women's semifinals coming our way next on the stage. Hang tight. We'll be right back with more action from the Music City Classic as we round out our coverage here on this Sunday. Appreciate you joining us.
Shout out to PJ Stuart for his work in the booth. But we'll be right back. That was fun. Don't go anywhere.
Here with Mr. Scott Kirshner, making the trek down here to Tennessee from Wisconsin, huh?
Yeah. Well, they got the youth events now, and my grandson Connor plays. He just got sponsored by Shot Darts, and so Booyah invited him down here to play, and I thought, what the heck, I'll try and tag along with him and see how it goes. I haven't played a steel tip tournament in years, so
Yeah.
it's been a lot of fun. It's really been a lot of fun.
Well, it's good to see you, Ryan, and Connor down here this weekend, honestly, from up there in Wisconsin. I'm glad you mentioned Jeremy because he's brought us up there a few times, so we always like to hear Booyah as well. But yeah, Connor, I mean, he's a magnificent talent. I got to play him a few legs this week, but it's nice to see you traveling around. Are you going to be doing that more in the future, taking Connor places and going with Ryan to play in steel and soft events? Or
I didn't know what my plans were over the last few years. Ever since my granddaughter Emmy, I had kind of stepped away from darts, and I lost a lot of desire to travel. And with owning a couple of bars, it's been difficult and everything. And when this opportunity came up for Connor, it really kind of lit a little fire under me. And I'm like, you know what? Walking into this room and seeing all the talent and everything that's going on, it makes me want to play again, that's for sure. So yeah, I think you will see me at a lot more events. I plan on being around for him, if nothing else. I want to be there to watch him grow in this game, because again, there's so many opportunities in this game right now, and I'm excited to be part of it for him. So.
Well, he's starting off on the right deal, getting involved in the CDC Evolution Junior Tour. That's magnificent for a kid of his skill level, because he's going to be playing the Joey Lanaugh, the PJ Stewarts, the Caden Andersons that are getting around, going overseas even playing. So, I'm just happy to see you out and about. Yeah, you're right. For a couple years there, you took some time off. I think that was needed as well for you, just to kind of get back into the groove of things. And it's nice to see that spark of life with Connor. I love it. I love seeing you here.
Yeah, it's been awesome just to watch him. He loves the game more than all of us. Ever since he was literally born, he's just been attached to this game. And now that they have these opportunities, and we come from a predominantly soft tip area, so we don't have a lot of this stuff. And when this opportunity came along, he's ready, gung-ho, he's going at it. So I'm super excited for him, and I can't wait.
Well, you're right about that desire. He's got a thing for it, because he was back here hanging out with us for a little bit, and he's calling checkouts, and we're like, how did he do that math so quick?
Yeah, he kind of grew up around the game, that's for sure.
Well, that's good. Well, Scott, it's nice to see you here, and we look forward to many more events with you, Connor, and Ryan in the near future. Thanks for spending a moment with us.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you, I appreciate it.
All right, welcome back to the 33rd Annual Music City Classic presented by the Greater Nashville Darting Association. $30,000 up for grabs this weekend. Pretty good-sized tournament as we're getting warm-up darts thrown in here for our first semifinal that I was totally prepared for, I promise. Looking at these averages, Liz Tynan at the top of the list with a 2.7, followed by Danny Warmack, actually, 2.68. Good to see her getting some stuff accomplished. I am joined in the contrary booth by another special guest. This one, we're just getting younger and younger. 13-year-old Connor Olson playing his first CDC Youth and Youth and Evolution Tours this weekend.
Yep.
Connor, first of all, I've seen your throw.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of things about you. You just got signed by a dart company. Tell me a little bit about that process for you.
It's been on the thread for a while here, and ever since the Father's Day tournament in Jefferson, we've been talking. I got a set of their darts now, and finally broke through this Thursday night.
Nice, man. Well, they're getting started. Danny Warmack has been on a warpath here in this event. Like I said, 3 matches, averaging a 2.68. Only one player throwing better than that, and that's Liz Tynan. Of course, our North American Women's Dart Association champion from Friday night.
Connor, is this your first steel tip tournament?
Yes, it is. I grew up with a soft tip family, so it's kind of different. But I made top 8 in both events, in 2 junior events, and I didn't do well today. But hopefully I can get better by next month.
When you show up to an event like this and you go into it, you have obvious experience around you with your dad and grandfather. What did they tell you advice-wise going into this?
Slow down and just throw your game. Have a little bit of fun with it.
And were you able to accomplish those goals this weekend?
Yeah, for the most part, except for earlier today, I got mad at myself a lot because I just couldn't hit any doubles. I was scoring decent, but I just couldn't hit anything after that.
Well, I'm going to give you some good news. You're 13 years old. How long have you been playing darts?
Since I was like 2 years old.
Okay, so about the same amount of time I have, sadly.
Just about 2 years old.
Just about 2 years old before I could actually throw anything else. You are much better and more accomplished dart player than I will ever be. So you have that going for you. And I guarantee you those results are just going to keep going up.
Yeah.
And hopefully you're aware of that. And you got 16-year-old PJ Stuart that was in the booth with us. Has it been great to talk to those guys, and just have you gained any insight or?
Yeah, kind of. This is my first time actually meeting them because this is my first ever steel tip tournament, and they don't really like soft tip that much because of it's easier, they say, but it's kind of harder in some aspect because you don't really know what can go into it because there's a lot of good soft tip players.
Oh, absolutely. There's always an argument in darts for soft tip is easier, blah, 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 blah. It's different.
Yeah, it's a lot different from each other.
A lot of people are using the word easier instead of different. It's a bigger board, but the difference is that you have to hit those targets because your opponent can hit those targets, and you expect your opponent to hit those targets.
Especially when you're playing in pro, too.
Oh, for sure.
And in my opinion, soft tip players actually have an advantage in cricket because they know what to do other than like steel tip player that play a lot of 01.
Right.
Well,
yeah.
You do play a lot of cricket on the soft tip side.
Oh, yeah, we play. There's different tournaments of cricket.
I honestly think there's a strategy gain on the soft tip side than there is on the steel tip side because there's 2 different strategies that get played on those 2 boards, honestly.
Yep.
Heavy point and then strategic, I'm going to try to take this out.
I feel like steel tip or cricket and steel tip is more you're playing defense at all times. In soft tip, you are attacking offense.
Yep.
Pretty much the entire time.
Because you can hit it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you expect to hit it.
Yeah.
What's your average in soft tip? Before I
Probably
throw up.
around 28 to 30 and about a 3.5 in cricket.
Guys, that'll do me for playing darts ever again. I'm Sean Green, and I hate this sport now. No, that's dude.
And then here I've been playing so good, so about like a 60, 65 average. Wish I can do a little bit better than that.
Yeah, me too. That's terrible. 13-year-old Connor Olson making me feel completely insignificant as a dart player. I won level 5 state championship in Indiana. So just so you know. 2015.
Yeah.
So after you were born, but barely.
I was 6 years old. Probably.
Yeah.
But
No, buddy. It's honestly it's really cool that
and
you're able to do that. Go ahead, bud.
And I grew up with the best. I have my Uncle Bendersh with me, my dad, my grandpa. So I grew up in soft tip. My grandpa actually went overseas for his steel tip to play in the World Championship.
Look at that. Miss Brandon. That was Clayana Brandon hitting a hat trick and just goes, okay, great. I'm going to close that one at least.
You know who that is, right, Clayana?
I'm going to go ahead and guess. Maybe the wife of Jason?
That is the daughter of Jason.
Daughter?
Wow.
Yeah, the daughter. That's what I was mentioning by 24-year-old daughter
That's
earlier.
crazy.
That is Jason's daughter.
Well,
yeah.
Just like in your boat, she has good people around her as well, Joe Cheney, Jason Brandon.
I did want to jump back to what Connor was saying. I got a good support system around me. Yeah, when you got Scotty Kirshner, who, you were saying, World Championship experience. He's played steel tip. He's played soft tip. He actually owns a couple bars in the area and owns a board, so it's not like you can't go play at any point that you want. So
yeah.
How do you feel about the catchphrase "Boom goes the Wisconsinite"?
Oh, I actually like that because of we're from Wisconsin. There's a lot of great Wisconsin players.
There are. It was easy for me to utilize that one.
Can you play at Whammo?
I cannot because you have to be 18 or older.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
I thought so. I thought you had to be 18 or older because there's restrictions when it comes to bars up there, correct?
Yeah, I play up in I play youth NDA sometimes. I couldn't play it this year because I was practicing for steel because I've been signed up for this event for like a month or two now.
Okay. So you've been practicing just for the last month or two steel tip just to make sure you're ready to go.
I played a soft tip tournament once because I was trying to break in the new dart shot semi. And I placed third, I believe, in that.
Well, listen, buddy. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm gonna have you. invite you to Indiana. No one's going to know who you are, and we're going to enter a tournament together.
Why are you talking so softly like this is a secret?
Because there's Indiana people probably listening now that you can't hear me. And I'm going to get you to play with me, and then you're going to carry me. I'm a backpack. I hope you can carry me.
Yeah, hopefully. I play more soft tip than steel. By a lot.
That's fine. I can do that too.
Yeah.
You're like, don't worry, whatever it is, you can carry me.
So yeah, the thing with steel tip is it's a lot harder for me because smaller targets, stuff like that, and you actually have to do math.
Yes, you do. Yes,
so
you have to do math.
And it's different math.
Yeah, it's a different type of math because you can't bull out or master out.
Right.
And that was a bit weird to me.
You can hit that the actual bowl, but the 25 doesn't utilize that
Split
finish.
bowl, yup.
I heard earlier you had 118 left and you went trip 16 to leave the bullseye.
Yep.
That's a more soft tip route in that situation.
And I go double 16 with 2 darts left. I know I shouldn't do it, but I just love double 16 too much not to throw at that.
Well, Clayana Brandon gets a 5 mark there. Technically a 6 mark, 2 triples. But yeah, first of all, I loathe you for saying I go double 16 because like if I tried that, it would be silly.
I hit the first one and then I missed the second and then a cider, and then Ryan hit it to beat me, and he ended up going to the finals in that tournament.
Oh, that was that.
Yeah. And
yesterday.
Him and Ethan actually met up in the finals today, but Ethan came out with that one.
Did he?
Yep.
Okay, so Caden does not three-peat.
No, he does not. Ryan actually beat him in the semis.
There you go. So there you go. You heard it here first. So the champion for event number 9 for the youth was
Ryan. I mean, not Ryan. Ethan.
What's Ethan's last name?
I don't. Do you know it, Will?
Ethan.
Marshall.
Yep. I was trying to say I was thinking of a different person's last name and couldn't get it out of my head.
So, I actually had a really tough bracket. I had both those guys in my round robin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then I had AJ. I don't know how to pronounce his.
Dempsey.
Yep. Also in my bracket. I took third in it, and top two come out, and Ryan and Ethan went out of it.
Okay. Do you have plans to play any other of the youth tours?
Yes, I'm going to Virginia next month.
Nice.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. Hopefully I'm gonna practice on my doubles a lot more. Ethan actually beat me yesterday because I missed a double six to win.
Hey, story of steel tip. Got to hit your doubles. And we're looking at a very strong performance from Danny Warmack and Paula Murphy. Paula Murphy, of course, legend.
Yeah.
Legendary.
It's Paula Murphy, so she'll always end up doing good.
Absolutely. She just won the singles.
She's
cricket.
also a pretty good soft tip player too.
Yeah, she is.
She played with my grandpa all the time up in Japan. And stuff like that.
The Darts Live?
Darts Live. That's what actually I grew up with. Darts Live was awesome until they took it out of the U.S.
Well, I heard.
COVID hit.
There's been some rumblings.
They're coming to Vegas again this coming year, so
that would be fun. Yeah.
I actually wish I would have asked your grandfather about his time in Japan and maybe his favorite country to travel to, because I do hear that those Asian countries are a favorite for a lot of people.
Yep.
Just the amount of respect that's given to dart players over there.
Sandy Haas throws in a great first start, trip 15, but then follows it with misses. And Danny decides to just get rid of that right away.
Yeah.
Danny and Paula 3 bowls away from winning this match and going to the finals. This is the semifinals of the women's doubles cricket tournament. It's, of course, Cleanna Brandon, daughter of Jason Brandon, the 2022 Cosmo Darts CDC match play champion. Boom goes the dynamite. I actually said the exact phrasing correctly on that.
Kudos, Sean Green.
It's the first meaningful boom goes the dynamite of this entire weekend, maybe. Just kidding.
He's all the way down.
Oh, look at this going on an outside board. The beard dart guy, Jason Watt, taking on Leonard Gates. Those averages are something else. 3.8, 3.4. 1-1 scoreline in this last leg decider.
So looks like Ryan Olson's playing Joey Lana.
My dad. That's going to be a good one.
Pops. That should be a good one.
He's the lead. Isn't he leading the Evolution Tour this
year? He is. Yeah, he's won 5 of the 9 events.
Gavin actually beat him in the first round, averaging a 98 this morning.
Yeah.
I was in that. I almost beat Seth.
I saw that, actually.
Yeah, I just missed doubles, and he hit his doubles, so that's what happened.
That's a storybook of darts, typically.
There's my dad actually in the front of the screen. Just walked past the stage.
Well, there you go. And man, Miss Brandon can hit bowls.
She's a good player.
Like a soft tip player out there.
We actually chatted, me and her, in Boca Raton at Cherry Bomb, and I was like, man, you're a good player. Why don't you get around more? And she's just like, I think I'm going to. I just need to practice a little bit more. I said,
there it is. Paula Murphy and Danny Warmack have been on a war path today as they go to the finals.
Yeah. They're both really good players, though.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. You're good. I fully anticipate you two on that one as it's match darts. So, but yeah, I was just saying. I was like, you need to practice more. I said, your average says you're pretty good. And she goes, well, to compete with the best. And I said, honestly, a 60 average can win tournaments.
I mean,
as a female right now.
She just made the semifinals here.
Now look at Sandy Haas just literally lay on the
Sandy went an interesting way of getting off that stage. If anyone of the tournament directors is listening in and wants still wants a picture of Will and I, let me know ahead of time. I'll run up to the room and grab an actual jersey so I don't look like a bum.
A random insert there, buddy.
Just saying. The other match going on over there is the semifinal number 2. Robin Curry, Callie West taking on Michelle Graybeal and Melissa Heap. And Michelle and Melissa actually up 1-0. Robin and Callie would like to win both doubles.
No, tied up 1-1 now.
Look at that.
Are they averaging a 4 right now as a team, Callie West?
3-0 and a 2-6. That was our last match.
Oh,
Last
they
match
averaged
they
a
threw
4
4.
last match. Wow.
So,
Yeah,
tilt it
decent.
up here.
Mike Dowell and Nick Jordson are 1-1. We just saw Mike play against tournament director Ray. Gates with a advantage in the Gates-Watt match. Looks like he did just take it out and win. He had averaged a 4 in the last leg decider to do it. I'm gonna shout out Jason Watt. He's had a great weekend. He's run through these tournaments pretty well. Not every day you can do that consistently.
Yeah. He beat Gates in the 0-1 at the CDC match play.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, he did.
And he also beat my dad. Yeah, made it to the top 8, I heard.
Well, at least your dad lost to the champion.
Yeah.
It's always a good sign.
It was 6-4, I believe, final score was.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Not bad.
Somewhere around there, yeah. And then it's great to see Danny Lobby show up for this event, though.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, I had car trouble coming down here to Nashville. Had to miss the match play event, but since then has done pretty well throughout the entire weekend. A friend from Indiana, that's where I'm from. So I love that. But guys, we're gonna put it on this with the score line, scoreboard there that you can see to the side. Follow along with Dart Connect, this last leg decider. We will come back for the finals of the women's doubles cricket event. It will be the last match of the women's event and any women's event this weekend. So we will be right back with that. Stay with us. Connor Olson, Sean Green, Will Stewart. Come back shortly. All right, everybody, welcome back to the 33rd Annual Music City Classic. This is the finals of the women's doubles cricket. Yeah, on a board just to the ladies' left is Alex Spellman taking on Leonard Gates. That's quite the matchup going on there. The top 16 match. Also talk about like a terrible draw to get that. But right now, Paula Murphy and Danny Warmack, I knew that because she was outside, and I was like wondering where she was. Taking on Callie West and Robin Curry. Callie and Robin, of course, won the doubles 0-1 event last night. They would love nothing more than to sweep both of them. The only problem with it is that they get more vodka, and they have no more room left in their suitcase. So anyone who wants a free bottle of vodka better root for Callie and Robin.
Somebody, oh man, I got to turn down my levels because I had those kids on here that can't talk into a mic. Oh, sorry.
They can. I actually thought Connor and
I thought
PJ
they were both
did
great.
But
they were both great.
But as we know as commentators, it is tough to project your voice naturally, especially when you're just having a conversation with someone else.
Exactly. But what I was getting ready to say is I am the lucky winner of one of those bottles. As Callie said, you want this because I can't take it home. And I said, yeah, you guys sign it. I'll take it home. So I'm going to go ahead and take a bottle home and put it on my shelf of memorabilia that I have. And I'm happy to add a Callie West and Robin Curry signature trophy. Exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, honestly, these two are not only are they Robin's a Magicware sponsored player, Callie is a Magicware A to Z, and I even consider a USA Dart sponsored player because those two just support us so much.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Look at this. Alex Spellman is up 1-0 on Leonard Gates. He threw a 5.17 in the first leg.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, man, that first leg went pretty dang quick.
Yeah. TJ Davis from Ohio, an unknown Ohio player. He's starting to travel a little bit more. Taking on Kevin Luke. It's 1-1 score line on an outer board. Joey Lenaw, Ryan Olson, dad of Connor Olson, 1-1 score line right now. Lots of great matches, lots of great action still to come, including this one. Soon these ladies are ready to get going. We're going to roll.
It was funny. I walked out there and I, tell the players, hey, this is what you need to do. Watch out for this tape.
Yep.
Yada, yada. And the chalker runs over and says, do I need to stand anywhere? Am I okay?
Where you would typically stand.
Yeah,
that would be
right
wonderful.
there is perfect. And she goes, okay, I just wanted to make sure I was good. I don't want to be in the way. And I said, you are brilliant. She's even asking, are you good? So you can walk here?
Yep.
That is great.
All gravy. All right, Robin Curry has raised her average to a 2.71 for this tournament. She now leads in the MPR. Danny Warmack, again, having a great cricket day, 2.62. Callie's fourth with a 2.56, though. But then Paula's right there at a 2.54, and Paula just won the singles cricket, and we've seen her throw a 4 average for a leg and a 3.8 for a match. So throw all of this MPR numbers out the window. This is going to be a fantastic matchup. All 4 ladies accomplished dart players.
And you can see Callie looking directly down at the floor. You'll see that a lot in this event, is that's what Callie really does behind the hockey. She looks to the ground, completely opposite of Robin Curry. Don't laugh at me.
No, I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at just the. Of course, if anything can go wrong, it seems to be going wrong for you this afternoon.
This afternoon is my worst nightmare. Let's be honest.
So I'm sorry for laughing actually at your.
My faults right now.
No, not your faults. Really, your bad luck is. You might as well laugh at it. Just like Danny's going to laugh at that double 19 to start on the first start. Finds a triple, though, so it doesn't really matter. 5 mark.
Let me take care of this real quick.
To open those, he's going to clean up his mess. But yeah, all four of these ladies, very accomplished dart players. It's really cool to see. Of course, Magic Wear sponsored Cosmo, Robin Curry. Magic Wear A to Z Cosmo, Callie West. Paula is a Mission-sponsored player, and she's wearing a Mission. Just kidding. That'd be cool, though, wouldn't it? I just threw it out there as an idea. Fit Flight, of course, for Paula Murphy.
Yeah.
Where have you been? I've needed you.
I'm sorry. Three of these ladies are actually Cosmo Fit Flight players. Sorry, I can't say that.
Okay,
Paula is a Cosmo Fit Flight player. Three of them are Fit Flight players. As Robin, Callie, and Paula have Fit Flights. Paula does have her smooth operators barrels from Cosmo.
Okay. That makes way more sense.
Yeah. You can
way
get those,
more sense.
You can get those at usadartsproduction.
That's right. That was a special last year or last month or whatever. I should have known.
No.
2 months
Actually,
ago.
they weren't.
2 months ago, there was something that
Fantasia.
Oh,
it was the Trish Gretzik barrels. Oh yeah,
who's that?
I knew you were talking about.
Yeah, I was talking about a
3
different one.
months ago, we had the smooth operators on our list as we released her new barrels.
Exactly.
Yeah, so she's rocking a new set, the Smooth Operator 2s.
Let's keep arguing about it though. 'Cause that's better than
argue.
the match. No, I'm kidding.
Do people like arguments?
No.
I'm
think
sure they do.
I'm sure if they're trying to watch darts, they don't.
Because I hear it every once we have a confrontation on the stream, and you go away from it. People are like, "Hey, we were watching that."
Well, you've experienced some great stream blow-ups from some people before, and I'll be honest with you, I want to watch that too.
I don't know if we
There's Rick Hendy walking by in the background. His son ran pretty well. Got top 16.
Did he end up losing
singles.
to Larry Butler? No, he won.
Yeah, he did.
He won that match, and then he had Larry. I don't know if that's over yet or not. But I did mention to Larry Butler. I said, take it easy on the kid. He's just a kid. He's 17. Although he looks like a giant. Because Tyler Hensey, as we get Rick Hensey in here,
We're just talking about Tyler.
Yeah, we were just saying Tyler's one of those guys like PJ that's just a specimen.
Larry did not listen to you as he beat him 2-0.
Oh, dirty. Come on, Larry.
And as Dad said, beat him bad.
Oh, no. A white horse by Larry, that's never good. Well, Tyler predominantly, this is his first steel-tipped event?
He got top 16 today and a great field of players.
Same yesterday, too. Or today in doubles earlier today, too.
Yeah, because you guys ran pretty good in the doubles event, too.
He was even top 8. We got 120, I think, for doubles.
Now, you're in the CSC, aren't you? Yep. Are you going to trek it up there and get your match in tomorrow?
I'm hoping. If not, whatever. I'll be okay.
Yeah.
Who did you play in the first round?
I don't remember.
Oh.
I don't remember.
It's okay. I'm the one who's supposed to actually know all this stuff anyway, and I haven't even looked at the bracket.
It could be John.
Came here to talk to you.
It could be John Edwards then, from Iowa. No.
No, it's somebody. It's another guy.
Okay, good.
All right, Robin Curry with a bit of an advantage. Looking at the 17s, trying to close those bad boys out. Does so and points them. And then just decides to... She's chosen violence. She has chosen violence. A 7 mark, including 4 of them at points. Buddy.
Oh, sorry about that. I had to say goodbye to Rick as he was actually just coming by here to say goodbye to us. So that's why he stopped on in. I said bye to Tyler, too, and told him fantastic work today.
Oh, man, I should have done that, too. This is why you are the better of the two of us at being polite. Yeah. Being polite is what I was, I guess, going for.
well, we had to just every once in a while. Then once it gets to this point in the evening, people are bidding adieu or bidding farewell, so it's pretty common to get a few stopper-bys.
Man, I'm telling you right now, I appreciate all the support that we've had all weekend long, first and foremost. The tournament staff has been phenomenal. We're already into the quarterfinals for the men's side. Some top 16, some quarterfinals going on the men's side. And, I mean, that's running through with over 120-some people. 130-some people in this tournament. But the ladies showed up this weekend as well. I love seeing that. The youth were great. I'm glad I got to talk to PJ and Connor.
Yeah, I'm glad they sat in with you.
PJ, I've seen him CDC weekends 1 and 2, obviously. And just this was the first time actually getting to sit down and get to know a little bit more about him.
Well, that's the thing is, he's jumped in with me a couple of occasions at Seacoast or whatever. It was like expressed interest, as well as your Caden Anderson and even Connor. They've been like, "Hey, can I get in there with you?"
Yeah, if Caden would have said something nice about us yesterday, then maybe you'd have been in here too.
If you got useful information and you're not shy, yeah. I mean, they're still a little shy.
Oh,
They're
for
kids,
sure. Listen, a grown adult putting on a headset immediately shuts up. 95% of the time. We are in the very rare 5% where we don't do that.
Callie and Robin get that first leg.
Yeah,
going
on
to
a 4.
Yeah. Jinx, buddy. Jinx.
Yeah, they didn't just win that first leg. They dominated it.
Some star senders coming our way. Appreciate that, guys. Daniel Hawkins saying you guys keep hitting it in the park. So appreciate it, buddy. We
well, it should be out of the park.
yeah, I think that's what he meant. Out of the park, in the park, whatever. Yeah, that's the thing about it. Daniel, I saw him last weekend at ADA, and he expressed it. Man, you guys are just knocking this out of the water. I said, man, we just keep chugging along. If it wasn't for these tournaments having us, we wouldn't be doing it.
Man, I'm telling you, I work for 4 different companies as far as live stream goes and all that. One of them I own as with partners. You have the best production in live stream darts in North America. And honestly, there's no live stream dart company around the world that has your capabilities. You take the time to make sure to do it right. If you guys want a great stream and To The Point streaming isn't available, no, I'm kidding. You should definitely hit up USA Darts. And if they're not available, then To The Point streaming, I tell you, we share the same passion. We're still learning the production side of things to make it as high quality, but that's what I have you for, to just steal your ideas.
Steal all my ideas. No, let's be honest. We're just trying to not be just a stream. We're trying to be a production style show, and that's what we're trying to provide to you. Get to know players, and with interviews, getting to know these players outside of the hockey, because that's important for the growth of the game.
Right. Long gone are the days of putting on a camera, not having commentary, and just having it run. And at least that should be the case. If we want to grow the sport from the players to the streamers, we got to take that role as seriously as possible. It becomes easier the more you travel, because the more you don't have to go out there and ask players who they are and all that. Especially To The Point streaming loves to show those lower level matchups and things like that. Of course, here at Music City, there's one level in each of those tournaments, which is the way it should be for Steel Tip. But
shameless or not non-shameless plug for Indie Darts To The Point streaming. It is their Tuesday night show.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, this Tuesday is a special one. We've seen one of the players playing today and doing well. Will be there at the Castle on Tuesday. That's Danny Lobby Jr.
I would say some random guy we've never heard of before in our lives.
Yeah.
Only a two-time World Championship participant.
All that is a blessing that we have Danny in Indiana and close enough to us that he's willing to travel. We will always support everything that he does. He's a friend first, and always will be a friend first to The Point streaming. He can come to the Castle anytime, and we'd be happy to have him anytime.
Robin just throwing the 1, 2, 3 on the 17s to close those out.
When that's all your opponent asks of you, that's all you have to do.
Correct.
As Paula, again, just been a little bit off this afternoon in the final. Again, she can average a 4 without sweating. I think the end of the weekend, long weekend, she also traveled from Rock Hill, South Carolina, because she played in the bull shooter ESPN thing. And she just won the singles. I could be a little tired right now.
Well, you got to think you got to travel to Rock Hill, and then you got to travel to here. And she did it. Let's be honest, she did it on I believe Friday morning. So she got here with enough time to play Friday night.
Yep.
If she did.
Oh, absolutely. And I think that because I think she stayed and watched live the ESPN thing.
I'm not sure. Yeah, because Dustin
remember
and them
seeing-
did. Yep. And actually, how about this? I forgot that she was actually in an accident with Dustin and Tasha.
Oh my gosh!
On her way here.
So she was in that car too.
Yep. I believe she was in that car too. So yeah, lots to deal with.
You just saw the class of Paula Murphy there, just clapping for the round from Robin and Callie. Yeah, Chalker gave the 16s the 15s there. Just closing the 15s, and one bull should be just a 4 mark. Still a 4 mark instead of a 5. There you go. Got it all figured out. Honestly, I'm going to say this. It's great to see Danny up there on the stage. I know that she's not had the weekend success that she's probably wanted. But nice to see her in a final. And pulling a lot of the weight herself. She's averaging the second highest average of any of the females that played in this tournament.
Callie West just needing 2 bulls here to win this one.
One more for some vodka. And she didn't give up on it. Got it accomplished. Looked to make sure and then gave a little fist bump. And that will do it. A 2-0 victory.
How about that? Back-to-back doubles champs.
Yeah, that's wonderful. When I have a partner that I'm going to stick with, for us to get both events in the level or whatever that we're playing in, I take that all day.
We'll get some trophy. We'll get some. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm
just kidding. Congrats to those ladies, as folks, we're not done. We got more action coming your way as we round out our coverage with men's singles cricket.
Yeah, follow along with that Dart Connect on the men's singles cricket side, guys. You can see who's left and just the names.
Yeah, what do we got? What do we got
Cream
left?
of the crop is what's left in this thing. And Kevin Luke actually got through JT Davis 2-1. It will take on Ryan Olson. Second quarterfinal is Alex Spellman getting through Leonard Gates 2-1, taking on the winner of Kevin Yasenchek and Nick Georgeson. Charles Goins, Larry Butler. Joe Cheney, Jason Brandon. So the teammates are going to have to do battle in the top 8. That's never fun. And those are your 4 quarterfinal matchups. Well, 3 of the 4. The other one, we're waiting on one more to get through. It's going to be Nick or Kevin joining that elite final 8.
Well, in the meantime, we do a walkthrough of the hall as we cleared out pretty good here. There's a pretty vacated boards. But let's do a walkthrough of when we were packed. How about a couple interviews, and we'll be right back with some more action as we find a match for y'all to enjoy as we round out our coverage from the 33rd Annual Music City Classic. Sean Green, William Stewart. We'll be right back. here with Liz Tynan. Liz having a great finish, well, both in the North American Women Darters Association qualifier as well as the singles 01 today. How does it feel to be a two-time champ in that qualifier?
It's great. Playing against some of the top women in the United States, and we had a shorter field this year, but hopefully it grows a little bit bigger and we get more people out to play. But it was good.
Yeah, there you go. 2 times now. So coming through that round robin bracket into the knockouts. Round robin can always be one of those things that you're going to have some bad rounds, you're going to have some good rounds, but getting through that knockout's always nice, isn't it?
It is. Especially the first round of the knockout. It's crucial to win that one, and you don't want to stumble coming out of the gate in that one, and I didn't, and it was good.
There you go. Well, that must feel good, as well as winning the 01 singles today, taking out Tracy Firetag. 4-0 in that final, but you were throwing really clutch, hitting some good trip 20s. What do you say?
I felt like I wasn't missing it. It just, like, my first dart was in there every time, so I was lucky to just keep, finding that spot every time I went up there. And she stayed with me most of the game, so she played well. I played well in my other games leading up into that, so I felt really comfortable in the final there.
Well, that's good to hear. Well, thank you for taking a quick moment with us. Keep it short and sweet.
Yep.
Appreciate you spending just a second with us and talking about your 2 nice wins here this weekend.
Right, thank you.
Sweet. There we go. Here with Mr. Scott Kirshner, making the trek down here to Tennessee from Wisconsin, huh?
Yeah. Well, they got the youth events now, and my grandson Connor plays. He just got sponsored by Shot Darts, and so Booyah invited him down here to play, and I thought, what the heck, I'll try and tag along with him and see how it goes. I haven't played a steel tip tournament in years, so it's been a lot of fun. It's really been a lot of fun.
Well, it's good to see you, Ryan, and Connor down here this weekend, honestly, from up there in Wisconsin. I'm glad you mentioned Jeremy because he's brought us up there a few times, so we always like to hear Booyah as well. But yeah, Connor, I mean, he's a magnificent talent. I got to play him a few legs this week, but it's nice to see you traveling around. Are you going to be doing that more in the future, taking Connor places and going with Ryan to play in steel and soft events? Or
I didn't know what my plans were over the last few years. Ever since my granddaughter Emmy, I had kind of stepped away from darts, and I'd lost a lot of desire to travel. And with owning a couple of bars, it's been difficult and everything. And when this opportunity came up for Connor, it really kind of lit a little fire under me. And I'm like, you know what? Walking into this room and seeing all the talent and everything that's going on, it makes me want to play again, that's for sure. So yeah, I think you will see me at a lot more events. I plan on being around for him, if nothing else. I want to be there to watch him grow in this game, because again, there's so many opportunities in this game right now, and I'm excited to be part of it for him. So.
Well, he's starting off on the right deal, getting involved in the CDC Evolution Junior Tour. That's magnificent for a kid of his skill level, because he's going to be playing the Joey Lanaugh, the PJ Stewarts, the Caden Andersons that are getting around, going overseas even playing. So, I'm just happy to see you out and about. Yeah, you're right. For a couple years there, you took some time off. I think that was needed as well for you, just to kind of get back into the groove of things. And it's nice to see that spark of life with Connor. I love it. I love seeing you here.
Yeah, it's been awesome just to watch him. He loves the game more than all of us. Ever since he was literally born, he's just been attached to this game. And now that they have these opportunities, and we come from a predominantly soft tip area, so we don't have a lot of this stuff. And when this opportunity came along, he's ready, gung-ho, he's going at it. So I'm super excited for him, and I can't wait.
Well, you're right about that desire. He's got a thing for it, because he was back here hanging out with us for a little bit, and he's calling checkouts, and we're like, how did he do that math so quick?
Yeah, he kind of grew up around the game, that's for sure.
Well, that's good. Well, Scott, it's nice to see you here, and we look forward to many more events with you, Connor, and Ryan in the near future. Thanks for spending a moment with us.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Right here with the president of the Greater Nashville Darting Association, Ray Sessler. Ray, what do you think of the turnout this year?
Man, I think it's going well. I think we, fighting back that loss from last year, or the setbacks we had from last year, I think it's doing a lot better.
Well, the venue is immaculate. Let's be honest. The hotel, really impressed. The hall, we actually have this hall in here, and then we actually have a spare hall as well with 15 to 17
That's
boards,
right.
I believe.
That's right.
Yeah, nice little facility we have here for the CDC as well as this Music City Classic, huh?
Exactly, man. We tried to give as many boards as we could, to keep things moving on time, and keep everybody smiling. So that's what we're after, is those smiles.
Well, that's exactly what you guys are doing. Your tournament staff has been amazing. They've been keeping the ball rolling. Your events have been in pretty much right in line with the next one, which is always good to see.
It is. We changed formats around a little bit. We tried to open it up. We tried to add more money, which everybody likes more money. Yep. So we added more money. We've really paid attention to the details and trying to get it out there. We had two big setbacks last year. Everybody knows that. We had the heat. Number one, the heat. This year, I made sure that we needed to bring hoodies and blankets. So we found the new facility kicked up. They're overdoing it a little bit. I mean, it's a little cool, but look, we don't dare say a word. We want to keep it as cool as possible. And the second thing was wireless and getting our keeping the Darkinet going and keeping it flowing. So we're doing that. We're trying to install those things that we knew would help punch this Music City up, and it's doing well. So I appreciate everybody being back. Like I said, I promised you that we would do better, and everybody showed up for me. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, well, it's been great. You can always put layers on. You can't really take them off.
That's right.
So that's the
That's
aspect
right.
of the AC. I don't mind it at all. And I know some of those players don't mind it at all, rather than the heat box. But you guys have really blown this out of the water so far, and I look forward to coming back for years to come.
I hope so.
Thanks for having us. We definitely appreciate it. The speeds, you're right. The internet, been immaculate. No issues at all for us. So we definitely thank you for having us one more time, and we look forward to hopefully many more in the near future. What do you say?
Sounds good to me, man. I just if I could, I appreciate the hotel, the Sonesta, for doing everything they've done, all the sponsors that we've got, the Pickle Pigs, the oh shucks, there's 1,000 of them. I'm gonna lose my mind trying to remember them all. I don't get to interview much, so sorry, Will. But
that's quite all right.
But I appreciate y'all, man, and we can't do this without the dart players. I think that's the biggest takeaway. We cannot do this without the dart players, and I can put on any kind of show I want to, a circus with flaming hoops, but unless I've got the people to show up to put in the seats and come play this event, which we got. And I appreciate everybody, so thank you.
Well, kudos on a great 33rd Music City Classic, sir. We look forward to many more.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So in preparation for a recent event, I put this board to the test with 4 to 6 hours of practice per week for a month straight. This gave me an opportunity to see how this board holds up, as well as give you all that honest opinion you've been waiting for. After just a few throws, I was able to tell that this board was a touch softer than popular brands I've used in the past. Admittedly, this had me a little scared, thinking this would lead to a fairly quick wear down. Instead, after a week, I was still at the point where I felt the board did not need to be rotated. Overall, after a month and around 20 hours of play, I was thoroughly surprised by how well this board held up. Yes, there was some aesthetic wear and tear, but I do feel there was a decrease in the amount of downsets I had, which I directly contributed to the board's softness. For me, this is a winner for both new and experienced players who like to put their hours in. Alrighty folks, don't forget we're your partner in darts. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks for watching.
So you want to get into darts, but you're not sure how. We can definitely help with that. We're usadartsproduction, and we've been a dart specialty store for over 30 years. We have the greatest variety of darts in the country. But don't worry, we can narrow down that selection for you, whether you're a complete beginner or a full-on expert. We developed our own Colonial brand to offer an inexpensive line of darts, dartboards, and accessories, so you can get into the game without breaking the bank. Join our amazing community by going to usadartsproduction.com.
So in preparation for a recent event, I put this board to the test with 4 to 6 hours of practice per week for a month straight. This gave me an opportunity to see how this board holds up, as well as give you all that honest opinion you've been waiting for. After just a few throws, I was able to tell that this board was a touch softer than popular brands I've used in the past. Admittedly, this had me a little scared, thinking this would lead to a fairly quick wear down. Instead, after a week, I was still at the point where I felt the board did not need to be rotated. Overall, after a month and around 20 hours of play, I was thoroughly surprised by how well this board held up. Yes, there was some aesthetic wear and tear, but I do feel there was a decrease in the amount of bounce that I had, which I directly contributed to the board's softness. For me, this is a winner for both new and experienced players who like to put their hours in. Alrighty folks, don't forget we're your partner in darts. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks for watching.
right, everybody, welcome back. 33rd Annual Music City Classic. We will have the semifinals and finals for the men's singles cricket on our stream, and that will end the stream once we are done there. So we're waiting on the quarterfinal matchups to finish up, and then we will be back with you for our first semifinal match. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere. Hit that share button. Live action coming your way next. All right, welcome back to the 33rd Annual Music City Classic, presented by the Greater Nashville Darting Association. Over $30,000 in guaranteed money given away this weekend to our players. This is our final event, semifinals for the men's singles cricket. $800 first place, $400 to second, $220 for any of the four players that are on stage. Let me talk to you about the four players that are on stage. Premier players, legends of darts, future legends of darts, current legends of darts. Joe Chaney, Chainsaw, ESPN athlete, taking on Larry Legend, well, at least that version for darts. Larry Butler, the Eagle, arguably the most decorated American dart player in history with his 1994 PDC match play title. And you're looking there, points it up. Cricket is the game. Hit that share button, let everyone know we're here until we are through at this point. Great first matchup. Yaz and Spellman just finished up. They're not on the stage, but Spellman and Luke are on the other board. So Alex Spellman, Kevin Luke, that other semifinal going on. In an ideal streaming world, we would love to have the back-to-back.
I think we will.
Oh, are they waiting?
I think they're going to play on 2.
Are they?
Oh, no, I think they're going to say, hey, can you guys go on the other one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let them go on the other side.
They're just talking it over right now, seeing what they're going to do. This is kind of impressive to do in the middle of the match for Joe Cheney.
Yeah, Cheney's saying, hey, put them on the other board. I agree. Put them on the other board.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell them.
Well, that's all right. There's someone up there that's making that decision, I think. I mean, there's no way we're going to stream both of them right simultaneously, so you might as well not do it. Yeah, I think we got a little bit of confusion there from our tournament staff for what we kind of wanted to have happen. We were hoping to have the back-to-back semifinals and then the finals. They have not done that for us this weekend, which makes sense because they had events started where those guys are playing in, or ladies are playing in. However, we were hoping for it for this one since the last event, but at the same time, this is the most important one to end quickly because it's the last one.
Well, I think there was a misunderstanding too.
Yeah.
I think I thought he said he's just going to run them on 1 and 3 like normal, and he said I'll run them on 1 and 2, I guess. So I misunderstood him, or else I would have been like, nah, don't run them back to back. Let them split.
I gotcha.
Yeah, because nobody wants them just riding up against you, especially with the way the stage is.
Oh,
Give it
yeah.
a little extension.
No, when you can feel anything kind of up there, it's never a good sign to do that. 5 mark for Joe Cheney. He's throwing a 4-3 to a 4-5 for Larry Butler.
I actually think Spellman and Luke are deciding to hold on.
I would be fine with that, but I'm not sure. Yeah, they went off the stage, didn't they?
Yeah.
I love them.
Let me actually see. Confirm.
It's very rare for the last event of a tournament where I'm like, go as long as possible. We want to see as many matches. But the quality of the play speaks for itself. We want to see these. And we want you guys to be able to see them. It's the whole point of why we're here. Larry methodically working through the dartboard, a 4.8. Joe probably thought if he threw a 4 in this first leg, he'd probably in pretty good shape. At least not being blown out right this second. Larry, 2 bowls from taking leg number 1. It's only a race to 2. And there it goes. He decides to point that last dart just for fun, too. You got to keep that average up. You know how it goes. As they will recork. I believe they have the option of asking for the dart to be removed or not, if it's in the 25 or the bowl. Yep. These guys will typically revert back to the CDC guidelines unless they're out, and they're both out, which does not typically happen for either of these guys. As you can see, that one was pulled. Stay in the 25.
So Alex and Kevin, they were like, well, is this one going to be streamed? And pretty much said, they're in their next game anyways. Let's just wait. So that's what they said they can do. And I just said, I want to reassure you guys do not have to wait. And they said, nah, it ain't going to be very long anyways. So
I love those guys.
Hey, your guys' entertainment. I mean, honestly, I'd love to see back-to-back semis and then go to the finals. But we're not tournament directors.
No.
We are streamers.
Nope. Yep.
So
we don't have any say in the decision for the most part. And if they do ask our opinion, that does not mean they're going to take it.
Yeah.
Most of the time they don't, or they forget about our opinion.
We will suggest, hey, this would be good to see, but
let's talk about this. 4 players played on ESPN on Friday, live.
Mm-hmm. 3 of them.
3 of them are primarily steel tip players. 1 is a soft tip player primarily. The 1 soft tip player is not going to come to Nashville for Music City as a steel tip tournament because he doesn't travel very much either. The other 3 are playing in the semifinals here in the final event of the.
Well, let's think
tournament.
here. We had Kevin Luke, Alex Spellman, Joe Cheney, Leonard Gates, Rick Hinsey, who doesn't even play steel tip.
There's not too many guys that are not here.
Mm-hmm. Paula Murphy.
Yep.
That's 6.
Or ladies.
Yeah.
I mean, there was quite a few. I was impressed.
Milk. That's 7
Yep.
right there.
Yep.
That came from Rock Hill to here to say, why not? We're in the area. We might as well drive or fly. It's a 6-hour drive,
Dustin Holt.
30-minute flight. Yep, exactly. There's people we're going to leave out off that list because there's so many people who double dip this weekend.
Which it says a lot about the ESPN gig and also this. And it says a lot about the state of darts, soft tip and steel, and kind of how interchangeably they're becoming. Where the top level players in steel tip are also the top level players in soft tip, and vice versa. All right, Larry again coming out on fire against the chainsaw. He's trying to chop down the action.
I think Chainsaw suffering with just a little bit of grip slip issues the whole weekend.
I know what's happening. Larry's upset because the eagle can't land on trees if they're being chainsawed down. You take away the habitat,
What is
you're gonna
this?
get attacked here. A round of 9. Boom goes a dynamite, Larry Butler.
He's on the prowl.
White horse in there.
He's on the prowl. He's got a potential 2-0 sweep here. A little broom goes the janitor action.
He is goes in the janitor. He's using the broomstick right now to sweep Joe Cheney out of the way, and there's nothing Joe can do about it. Besides, going to be like, okay, great. Thanks for throwing your best at me here. Yeah, Joe's averaging a 3.7. He hasn't touched either leg. Either leg. Hasn't touched it. But there's the point lead. 5 bulls. So you're saying there's a chance.
There's a subtle chance here.
24 points down. Gets the point lead. Takes another bull. That is an interesting move. He knew he was going to have the lead there, so that's why he had to do it. Joe's just going to keep running on the bulls as much as he can. It's the only thing he can do.
Exactly it. It's his only option right now is to go ahead and hammer those because he's got 3 houses down currently.
Yeah, his best hope is to have an attempt at a white horse to win. And he's not going to get that as Larry Butler does that in 2 darts. That was a class display there for Larry Butler.
Yes, it was, as Spellman and Luke are going to come right up and get it going here. So waste no time.
That
is what we're
literally
gonna do.
took them 3 minutes extra time to wait.
Yeah,
That's how quick that was.
Literally, I'm glad that they did. And Ray's going to hop down real quick, and these guys are going to get underway. So don't go anywhere, folks. Spellman, Luke, right now in the semifinals.
Hit that share button now. We're not going away from this action. We're going to bring you the second semifinal, and the finals will come up pretty much right after that. Chris White says revenge match from ESPN right here.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
The Sports Center? Top played Sports Center. How old are we? We're not that old.
We are old.
Well, I mean, we are technically old.
Compared to this youngster who doesn't even know that. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
Like where that comes from.
Come on, PJ.
At least he was nice enough to admit it and ask the question. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
If you don't understand something, you're never going to understand it if you don't ask about it. Scott saying, great darts, Larry. That's an understatement. That was fantastic. Garrett Rotowski said a lot of experience in this match. Garrett, another player who played in that bull shooter invitational. Another Wisconsinite. Mindy Brooks sent us 200 stars.
Thank you, Mindy. Appreciate that.
All right. 2 ESPN superstars are up now.
Let me go make sure they got the board right.
Kevin Luke, left-handed. I won't hold it against him. Someone has to be. Alex Bellman has thrown, I have not seen him throw better and actually have results. He throws this way often in CDC events and just gets somehow beat in the last leg decider by someone who decides to throw their best match of the tournament against him.
You want to see a picture from 4 years ago?
Yes.
I gotta find it.
Okay.
Sean, I didn't know, but we've got an F1 pit crew in attendance today.
An F1 pit crew?
Look at this teardown job going on in the back. That whole line is gone of drapery and boards already. Wow.
Sorry, PJ Stewart's back here showing me a match that he played against Alex Bellman. Alex beat him 6-0. But PJ has nothing to really complain about. Alex averaged 98 for the match, including 4 15 darters straight in a row. That was 4 years ago when PJ was 12 years old, averaging a 70.
No big deal.
Thanks, buddy. I forgot about that part.
Just rub that in your face.
All right. You can see how well these guys are throwing to the point where Kevin missed that first dart low in the wrong spot for his dart to lay and had to switch. And Alex is going to pounce on that all day, every day. So stay there and try and, because he can get points. Oh, only a 5. So Kevin's going to get another look at the 19s. Gets a 4 mark there.
Spellman does capitalize with a nice triple on that second dart. Goes downstairs, just a single mark there.
This is our second semifinal of the men's singles cricket. Last event here in Nashville, Tennessee. The 33rd Annual Music City Classic, which can only be described as an absolute success.
Can you check out the bracket for Spellman? Do you know his tail of the tape here? Because I gotta tell you, it's a good one.
It's a doozy.
I know it's a good one.
It's a doozy, that is for sure. It's going to involve a lot of scrolling because this was a huge bracket.
Yep. I know he played Yaz last round.
Yep, beat him 2-0. Leonard Gates, 2-1 victory, including a 5.1 in the first leg of that. He said he didn't know he was throwing that well because when you're playing someone and that person's throwing 7 marks and you're throwing 5s, you don't expect to have that high average at the end of it. Stephen Phillips, Dustin Holt, Trevor Pettigrew.
So
was a pretty good run through.
It's a pretty good run. Trevor is the only one, but he is a youth player in the CDC, so he's still a talented individual. But when you run through the other individuals you did, and Dustin Holt, Stephen Phillips, Leonard Gates, Kevin Yazinchek, no wonder you're playing well.
Kevin just showed us why the bull shooter event, it was much better to do a split bowl on that because he just hit 5 bowls on the steel tip board like it was nothing.
Nothing.
And whenever these guys shoot at bowls, and even in steel tip, they're expecting to hit it at least 50% of the time, if not more.
Kevin's choosing the smart option and pointing and then closing the 17 and 18 with those single darts.
Yeah,
I like that play.
Setting up a potential winning dart scenario if Alex does not get the point lead here. I don't know why I said if.
Yeah, if. I think he's going to get it.
He might. He's not going to be able to win it here.
Yeah,
but
he
can
won't.
Close the bowls. He does close the bowls.
He knows that he could point,
Wow.
so he's going to force the hand here on the game shot.
He's literally teed up Kevin Luke having winning darts in his hand.
He adds that pressure.
It was a bold move, Cotton, and it paid off for him.
Kevin unable to grab hold.
Yeah, so Alex knew that the 15s were still open. All he needs is a triple. Yeah, he started walking. He thought that was good. 3 of them will do. That's more than enough. And
That'll
Alex
do.
Bellman, 1-0.
Get a little look at our chalker, Ray.
The winner of this match, the Eagles waiting for you.
Yeah.
He's already
He's
punched
already
his
over
ticket.
there. He's over there. Braxton.
He's circling his prey now. I gotta stop with the eagle references, I think. Too much. PJ just goes.
And the
just nods yes.
And the cold references haven't been enough. As honestly, it's gotten warmer
It's significantly
in here.
gotten warmer. I think they turned off the air.
They're just going in and out. I think that's the reason why.
Yeah, the igloo's starting to get a little humid. It's going to be turned into the rainforest here in just a minute. Kevin gets the diddle and then unable to close the 20s. PJ and I talked about that as a joke, that I am always worried about that when I win the diddle and choose cricket if it's a blind draw or whatever. And then I mess up the start.
Spellman just hammered it down and hit a 7 mark on those. So
yeah, it made the diddle pointless, is what it just did.
Kevin could be in trouble early here as he only gets 1, 2, 3 on the 19s. And Spellman's going to go into attack mode here.
Yeah, Alex has been a shark smelling blood in the water all for the longest time, but specifically this past week he's been taking advantage of every missed dart from an opponent. And a 5 mark there, again, would be great for most people. Kevin knows that's not enough. Not close to enough.
Alex at White Mountain was something I'd never seen. Unbelievable.
PJ in the back saying Alex at White Mountain was something unbelievable to see.
Did you see all the 3 of those darts sitting on the wire of the Trip 18?
Isn't that nuts? Yeah, White Mountain, that's a good one to go to if you have not been. That's actually kind of a trek. It's out in the middle of really nowhere. Yeah, but it's a phenomenal piece of land.
Uh-oh. Alex's hand's shaking ever so slightly. You know this is going to be a great round. He might fill it up with 9. He does throw a 9 mark. Boom goes the dynamite. As soon as I saw his hand start to shake a little bit more than natural, I knew he was going to throw a great number. It's amazing.
Jeez Louise, as we're going to have another broom goes the janitor stitch here.
I mean, did you guys blink?
He doesn't notice that his hand shakes.
No.
Not at all, because I'd be freaking out if I was up there on the hockey here and seeing my hand shake like that.
I pointed it out to him when we were playing Luck of the Draw near my house.
Yeah, he said he made a subtle change in his setup about a month and a half ago, and it has made all of the difference for him as far as just raising up his level of play. And part of that is putting less stress on his wrist. He says the rest of his body is completely relaxed. Why would he stress out his wrist like that? And that's that. If he's not stressing out his wrist, it's going to shake a little bit. But he takes it down. A 5.0 in that last leg, 4.2 or 4.9, sorry, and a 4.5 for the match. Alex Spellman is going to be a tough cookie to beat in the final. However, I hate to point this out, but he is 0 for 2 in finals on this stage.
Well, we're going to be right back, folks, with the finals as Larry Butler takes on Alex Spellman.
Yeah,
join us.
Don't go anywhere because it's not going to be long.
Nah, join us in a moment.
Now it's time to hit that share button. Our last time here for the weekend. Last match. It's crazy. I feel like the first match just happened.
It does feel that way. You like wait. It's crawling to get here, and then all of a sudden it's here and it's gone.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's how it goes.
All righty, folks. Hang tight. We'll be right back with the finals. William Stuart alongside Sean Green. We'll see you in a moment.
Don't forget, guys, this is best of 5. Best of 5 in the finals. She will.
All right, welcome back to the 33rd Annual Music City Classic, presented by the Greater Nashville Darting Association. I got that perfect the last time I was up here without the mic working. You can see here, they're already going, potentially. Yeah, they definitely are. I can tell based on Alex's reaction to his darts. That would have been a weird reaction to have for a warm-up dart. I've done it before, but I don't expect him to.
Sorry, we had a change over a mic situation real quick. That was all of a sudden just crazy that your mic just gave out like that.
Yeah, guys, you should have heard my intro. It was great.
Rick Enzi actually texted. He's like, "Hey, can you turn up your mic a little bit?" I said, "Man, I'm thinking I can't imagine."
Right. Sean's shouting at me. What do you mean?
Yeah. Well, that would probably be why right there. So,
look at Larry opens up another wedge and then tries to take care of the 19s without the point lead. Throwing something a little bit different at Alex. Purposeful? Just what he wanted in the moment? What do you think?
I think Larry's just trying to do something a little different. As these guys are actually doubles partners, reminder.
And Alex strikes right back, opening up another wedge. So follow suit. Maybe there's a good reason these guys are doubles partners. They know their cricket strategy with each other. I've never heard this term before, but PJ says we're playing capture the flag. Yep, who can capture all the numbers first? All right. Perfect timing-wise is that for the finals here. So that's what you're hearing in the background. Just nothing like bad timing all the time. Our finals here of the men's singles cricket. Look at how quickly that stuff is going down. And you can see why I called this place the Igloo. Those are some real white walls.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It changes the whole aspect behind us there, doesn't it?
It got a bit brighter in there. Got a bit brighter.
It's best of 5.
Yeah, so race to 3, which we love that extra leg. Because, to be honest with you, these have really kind of been quick matches that we've seen in the quarters and semis and now the finals. I think both quarterfinals lasted, or both semifinals were a total of like 6 minutes long. Some Van Halen going on in the background out there. I don't think I've ever heard someone just play Eruption as a song choice with no music or no actual lyrics to it. All right, Larry. See what we can do on the 16s. There's 48 of them. Gonna have to head back. He had 2 darts in hand just to simple close the 17s. That's a bit of a mistake. Alex really likes to take advantage of mistakes. If you are first starting out to play darts and you're looking for a good throw to emulate, it's Alex Bellman's. By far, Alex Bellman's stays dead steady for his entire body. The only thing that moves is his arm. The tension is nowhere in his arm whatsoever. And honestly, I can't imagine how fun it must be able to play darts with his throw. Never feeling like you're struggling, never feeling like you're... He's really thinking about how he could pull this off. He needs a triple 15. I guess he can go double 15 if he wants to be cheeky about it. Only gets 3 of them. The door is open for Larry. Just a simple close. Is not that simple anymore. Wow, only 2. I cannot believe he didn't just look at the big fat part of the 15. Hits a triple 10. And talk about a swing of events.
Larry's even watching the TV screen back there.
Is he?
Yeah. I went out there and I was like, Spellman, to the right, but I was watching him. Spellman stands, we have yellow tape on the ground. He stands on the yellow tape on the very corner.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, all the way to the right.
Well, all right. 1 bowl away for leg number 1 to be Alex Spellman's. And again, a huge mistake by Larry on the 15s to not just hit a single 15 to close it, and it opened up the door completely for Alex. You never know how the actual result of the match or the leg would have gone, but that turned it on its head completely. Again, guys, we cannot tell you how much we appreciate you tuning in, watching along with us. First to 3 legs, best of 5. Alex Spellman up 1-0 on Larry Butler in the finals here of singles cricket. And he starts off with a 7 mark. If you're going to start off on the 20s, that's the best way to do it. Second best is a 9 mark on the 20s.
Well, you already got the first place in bullshoot. He's wanting to pull first place here.
Yeah, he's had a couple second place finishes this weekend. Definitely wouldn't call that a bad weekend at all. When he's lost with big averages too, which is the story of Alex Spellman. He never typically gives away matches. You have to earn your victories against him. It just seems like people are taking the chance to actually earn those more often than not. And Larry's going to try and pounce on the not closed by Alex. Only gets 4 of them.
What do you think? What do you think wins this?
Consistency.
well, no kidding.
What do you want me to say?
Average-wise.
Oh, okay. I know you're speaking that way.
BJ says 4-3.
I think if you above a 4 wins this. If you're above a 4, you win it.
I think you have to be above a 4 for this. I think we all know what Larry can do.
Oh, absolutely. We just saw a 7 mark right there.
I want to know how many times Brownie and Larry have played. You got to
That's a great question.
Imagine thousands of times, because Brownie is like the ultimate cricket player.
Yes, he does. He especially loves steel tip cricket.
Mm-hmm.
It's his favorite. It's by far his favorite over 01.
And by those who don't know who we're talking about, by Brownie, it's Steve Brown of the ADO.
Well, boom goes the dynamite. Larry Butler, we see it again, a 9 mark. Trip 17, trip 17, trip 20 to close it out. That's the scoring power that we're talking about. And yeah, Steve Brown, that's who we're talking about. Brownie, former WDF number 1. Yeah, it's weird.
It's because we got blocked.
So is no one seeing this right now? Is anyone seeing this right now?
On YouTube.
All right, well, if you're on YouTube, you're still following along with us here for the finals. Trip 16 for Alex. Gets him real close to that point lead. That is the point lead. And he takes out the 17s. I will be your hero, baby. 7 mark closes it. And now just 3 bowls away. Nope, now more than that from winning the leg. Goes to the 16s, going to stay there. Now definitely going to stay there. Only gets a 2 mark. Very point lead back. Tried to go for the winning darts. Does not hit the last bowl, and that might cost him here. Alex. There's the point lead, but that first start is so awkward. Ends up getting the second one in the bowl. Larry tried to go double 16, double 15. Sorry, I was mimicking Van Halen earlier. Did that do it? Was I that good? Alex Spellman now finding himself behind in this leg, still averaging a 4.4 for the leg. Gets rid of the bowl. A trip will do it. Doesn't get it done. Larry only needs 4 marks to steal this one. And make it a 1-1 scoreline. Just 2 15s will do. And look at the brilliance of, oh my gosh, did he miss it? He missed it. That is twice in 2 legs that Larry has missed a big 15 in a big moment. Unlike him, completely. And Alex, of course, going to take advantage of the mistake. And you can see he's not happy about it. And they shake the hands thinking that it's a race to 2, it's a race to 3. They don't know that yet. Maybe they'll figure it out here eventually as Larry puts his darts away even. And now he's been told.
He's like, wait, what?
This is exactly the type of moment where a comeback happens. When you think you're down and out and you get told you get a second chance, that's time to win 3 legs in a row, I think. It's going to be really tough to pull that off against Alex, but you can just tell, man. He said early on this weekend he is free rolling this one, obviously, by winning the Bull Shooter Invitational. Larry Butler's going to get the start. Down 2-0 in a race to 3. I want to thank you guys for tuning in with us, especially if you're moved from Facebook over to YouTube just to be able to find this thing.
Yeah, for some reason we got a random copyright when no music's coming in through at all.
Yeah, there's no way music's playing.
Yeah, Universal Music Group, which is kind of crazy.
And I know what you guys are thinking. It came before the I will be your hero, baby, because I know that sounds so similar to the actual thing.
Yeah, kind of
Big 9 mark for Larry Butler. Of course. Boom goes a dynamite. He's had 3 of those in this match. In this match, he's had 3 of those. And he's still down 2-0. But Larry in the driver's seat of this leg, obviously. Just going to close it out. There it is. And honestly, if Larry does what he needs to do with 2 just singles, he might be ahead 2-0. And that is the beautiful, poetic part of our game. 1 dart can make that entire difference. And it's usually by a millimeter, in or out. Larry just working his way around the board. Gets the point lead back. Just puts a couple mark on the 16s and 15s. Alex, I believe, is just going to be laser focused on point as much as you can right now. Only 2. Alex is one of those guys who's pretty steady. So this isn't going to affect him as much as it does others, but thinking that you have a match won and a tournament won, and then realizing that you still have 1 more leg to go to get across that finish line can cause a bit of a mental lapse.
See if Larry can put 1 away after what he thought was done.
Yeah,
this match was over.
2 bowls from making a 2-1 scoreline, and since they diddle every leg, Larry could go first the next 2 legs. But as we've seen throughout this tournament, you cannot count out someone just because it gets to the bowl, because that tends to happen more often than not. Alex extends the point lead. Now up 30. Larry 1 bowl away now. Alex does not have winning darts in his hand, so he'll look to I think, stay there. He might try to close a number to make it a little bit easier if it's a chance at winning darts, but there's no real point to doing so. Does get 4 bowls. Now ahead 95 points. There goes the Bulls. 35-point lead. He will get a look at match-winning darts. Not going to get it done. So Larry will be the favorite to get through this leg. As he has been since the start of the leg, pretty much. Start off with a 9. That'll go a long way. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Didn't see that one coming as he's handing it over to Spellman right now.
Look at Alex. Alex is wondering what is going on here. Larry making very un-Larry-like mistakes. And
Big
Alex
triple.
has been just taking advantage of it every time.
This could be the match. Double 18. I think he's going double. Oh!
Just inside.
Smart dart going inside, though.
Larry does take out the leg. Got us worried there for a minute.
Yeah, I was like, what is going on here?
Alex smiles. He's like, yeah, I didn't deserve that one. It's good dart, and it's actually kind of a good marker for Larry at the double. He gets in the side there. And he does. He does get the double. He did use his dart as a marker. I was right. That's why I'm shocked.
That's why you're shocked. That is why you were shocked.
All right. Larry only opens with a 2. Alex has been taking advantage of this every time. Just like this. Sorry. I don't work well with handheld mics, but it's my fault. I probably broke it right before. So.
Well, you probably put it. Oh, you put the battery in. No.
Stop it. I was just trying to get a little fire started back here earlier. All right. Trip 18 taken care of. Does want to open up his point wedge. Now he's got free reign to do whatever he wants. How about a 9? Boom goes the dynamite. Alex Spellman. Larry throws back a 7 right back at him. What an answer. Guys, I have to tell everyone who's watching along with us, darts is not this easy.
They make it look like it.
It definitely looks like it's super easy. It's not. Those targets they're aiming at are pretty small, much smaller than the zoomed-in camera makes it look. It's not normal to be averaging almost a 5 in a cricket leg and be not the favorite in the leg currently, later in the leg. Alex does take the safe shot and get the point lead back before tried to open up or close the 15s. He does that. Larry a chance here to take back control. And he's trying to take it. Larry Butler. Woo! 7 mark again, back-to-back 7s. Alex goes 9, Larry goes 7-7. It's almost not nice what he just did there. He opened up the door for Larry and then just slammed it right back in his face with a 5 mark of his own to take a 10-point lead, but Larry on bowls has been phenomenal. Just like that. Does Alex try to match that here? I think you take the first start at it every time. Now you stay until you miss. I learned that from the great PJ Stuart.
Yeah, as he goes,
And there it is. Gets it done. Wow. Class darts from both players. That final leg average of a 5.2 to a 4.8 was class, guys. Congratulations to both of them.
Congrats to Spellman finally putting another win on the board for the weekend.
Yeah, I think I'm confusing a couple semifinal losses to finals losses. I think that's my bad.
Hey, that's all right. That's quite all right.
But it is unfortunate. It's been a lot of tournaments this weekend. But guys, the 33rd Annual Music City Classic presented by the Greater Nashville Darting Association wraps up the tournament. I just want to say thank you to you, buddy, for inviting me out here. It's been a great time. Hopefully I've done what I've needed to do, besides the lack of snoring that I needed to do more of.
Nah, you did a fantastic job. It's always nice to have you in the mix of things here as we conclude our weekend here at the 33rd Annual Music City Classic. Big shout out to the Greater Nashville Darting Association for having us. They put on quite the tournament here. What do you think?
Oh my gosh, Ray and the tournament staff deserve all the credit in the world. They got a lot of heat, no pun intended, last year.
Yeah.
At the end of it. And they have done nothing but live up to the expectations that they set for themselves when they told players that it would be better.
I would have to agree with that 100%. As I'm thoroughly impressed, and whether we're here streaming or here playing next year, I'll be back.
There you go. And it depends on our friendship at that time, I guess.
Well,
no, I'm just
let's
kidding.
be honest. Let's be honest.
We burned some bridges this weekend. We sure did.
We'll just keep you at home.
Fair enough. Speaking of which, tomorrow night I will be at home for the CSC Challenger Series Division 1 with the great Will Stuart on the call with me. Produced by Nick DeShera and partners. Yeah, partners promoting darts. I almost said producing darts, which I will be wearing that jersey tomorrow night if you want to match me. But look at that there, Alex Spellman with sweet jersey. I'm telling you, that's the coolest jersey.
Well, unfortunately for some of us, maybe one of us won't be home quite in time to do that one. So we will see if I can make my way on home in enough time to wear the Partners Promoting Darts jersey or not.
Yeah, my hope is to get a quick bite to eat and then be on the road here shortly so I get home in time to go to school tomorrow for our first teacher day.
Yay!
Yay, teacher day. But guys, thank you so much. All the support. I'm sure this Facebook video, whatever the heck happened to it, is weird. Who knows?
Yeah.
But on YouTube, and I'm sure that will be recut for Facebook anyway, maybe without my comments about it being cut. But guys, thank you so much. Sean Green, Will Stewart, USA Darts Productions. We will see you next time. Tomorrow night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
8:30 Central.
Next time. We'll see you tomorrow as we have the CSC Challenger Series on
Johnny Lackey versus Nick Slepic.
We have the CSC Challenger Series on both,
Monday and Wednesday.
And Partners Promoting Darts. So you can check it out on the USA Darts, too.
There you go, guys. We will see you next time. Have a good one. Take care.
See you guys. Take care.